before we get started, let me quickly highlight the point that we're going to be talking about in this video. Salah was not Salah in the first half. Gravenberch being used as a 6, Luis Diaz's man of the match performance, Trent Alexander-Arnold's anger after being substituted, and then we will look at Arne Slot's pattern, and then finally we will wrap it up with Darwin Núñez and Diego Jota's debate. Welcome to the number one Liverpool fans page in Africa. If this is your first time here, you know what to do. Just hit this follow button and then subscribe if you're watching from YouTube. Let's quickly go straight into it without wasting any time at all. Now, the first thing on our list is that Salah was not Salah in the first half. Now, if you watch that match carefully, you will observe that in the first half, Salah was a bit quiet, and the few times that he had the ball, he didn't really have anything to do with the ball. But then again, there is something I need Liverpool fans to understand. Salah is 32. It's no longer 28. This is no longer 4 years ago. So I think we should kind of reduce our expectation for him. Even the Lionel Messi and the Ronaldo that we all talked about today, they are no longer the players that they used to be 5 years, 10 years ago. You get to declination will definitely comes with age. It is normal, but then one thing is always permanent. While declination will definitely set in, class will remain permanent, and that was the case of Salah. He banged the goal again for us, didn't he? He also lost a lot of dribbles, like he lost a lot of balls while he was trying to dribble through the Brentford defender. So Salah was not that sharp yesterday, trying to give them those bites that he usually does. But I think the Brentford defenders, either they've studied Salah very well or Salah actually has started declining. But overall, it was a good performance for him. He got a goal as usual. Salah always does what Salah do, which is scoring of goals. And I was happy when he finally scored that goal yesterday. So that's it for Mohamed Salah. And then let's talk about Gravenberch being used as a number 6. See, as a Liverpool fan, guys, I think it's high time we all got used to the fact that Gravenberch is going to be a good number 6 for us. Do you get it? So Gravenberch has been playing in that number 6 role now for the last 2 matches we played in the EPL, and then he's been not short but awesome. The argument that a lot of persons are having in our WhatsApp community and even some Liverpool platforms out there is that it's because Gravenberch haven't played against strong opponents like Manchester City or Arsenal. That is why we think that he is good in the number 6 role. When he played against this team, he might be exposed. Well, our next match is going to be against Manchester United. I don't know for you if that is a good match enough to test Gravenberch in the number 6 role. But for me, I really think that Gravenberch is going to do well in that position. I'll tell you why Arne Slot is using him over Endo. Now, the Premier League is a very, very physical league. It's a league that requires strength to play. A league that requires someone that is very rugged. Gravenberch is very, very gentle in the face, but he is not gentle in terms of physicality. He is not at all. Don't be deceived by his baby face. Another thing is in terms of the height. Endo is a good number 6. I'm not going to take that away from him at all. But when you look at the opponent that Liverpool are playing against, most time Premier League players, they are usually tall. This means that Endo will definitely lost a lot of duels in that position. Now, Gravenberch, look at him yesterday. He was really everywhere, and then he won a couple of duels and some hard tackle as well that he was going into. So these are some of the key things that I believe has made Arne Slot favored Gravenberch in that position more than Endo. But this is not to say that Endo is not good. Endo is very good. Just that when you have 2 options, you feel that this person can do better, you always pick the better one. I think we should all get used to the fact that Gravenberch will always be mounting our number 6 position for now. The next one we talk about now is Luis Diaz's man of the match performance. Now, the reason I'm so excited in talking about this one was because of the reaction a lot of fans gave during our last weekend game against Ipswich, where Luis Diaz did not score a goal. I saw a lot of fans actually coming out to bash him, despite what Luis Diaz did in that match. Luis Diaz could not score in that game, but he was one of the pivotal players for us. He did everything he could. He was everywhere in that game. He played his best. The only thing that he did not do in that game was coming. But despite all this, a lot of Liverpool fans were still bashing him, which I did not like at all. I talked about it in my previous video. But then again, look at this match against Brentford now. He finally did everything he had to do right. He scored and he produced an assist. At the end of the day, he won a Man of the Match award for his deserved performances. With Luis Diaz's performance so far in the first opening two games, I really don't see why Liverpool will go and sign Anthony Gordon for £75 million when we have someone who can play that role better than Anthony Gordon. For me, anytime, any day, if you ask me to choose between Gordon or Luis Diaz, I will always choose a Luis Diaz. But let it not be like as though I'm biased. Let me open that question to you now. If you are given the option to pick between Luis Diaz and Anthony Gordon, who would you rather have starting for us as the left wing, as a left winger? Who would you rather have starting for us as the left winger between Anthony Gordon and Luis Diaz? Let me know your own option in the comment section. Okay, now let's go forward. Luis Diaz is someone that is definitely going to do well for us without any injury. The fact is that the way Klopp used him and the way Arne Slot is going to use him now will be very, very different. You can see that he is more into the game. Like his impact are showing more in Liverpool games now than before. The thing is that this is a different coach. So one of the interview that Arne Slot had, he said that Liverpool have a lot of good players. You get, so that is one of the reasons that he has not signed any player. He wants to study them very well so that he will know where he will be able, he will be sending players for, not just going to the market and then be buying players because some journalists in quote are saying this and this about a particular player. It is left for him as a coach now to understudies these players and then come up with a solution of which position he will be needing a player for. But the only position that we all know now that really needs replacement now is the DM and the central defense as well. Even the DM sef, they've even looked for a temporary solution for now, which Gravenberch is doing very, very well. But I still know that we need someone permanent for that role anyway. There's only one place for Diaz to go now, which is up. I just wish he could also perform better in Manchester United's match and then every other matches as well, so that he can solidify his position as our starter, as our permanent starter for that left wing position. Luis Diaz is a very good player on a regular day, you get, so he's good in that position. I really want to see him doing better there. He's the player that we bought to replace Sadio Mane, you get, and presently he is doing that very well as long as I can tell. As at today, Luis Diaz is doing very well with replacing Sadio Mane, you get. And let's quickly move on to the next, which is Alexander Arnold's outburst when he was substituted yesterday. Alexander Arnold showed a lot of anger when he was substituted around 70-something minutes yesterday. He was angry. Even Arne Slot went to meet him to ascertain why he was angry, but then his facial expression did not change. He still was carrying his face. For some of us who have played football before, we could easily understood what happened. Now, Alexander Arnold was not angry at the coach. Let me tell you this now. This is what actually happened. If you look at that match yesterday, it was very, very interesting match. Liverpool was dominating and were playing very well. And of course, Alexander Arnold was definitely at the heart of it, distributing passes as well. He was enjoying himself. That's kind of match like you don't want to miss, like you just want to play to the finish of the match. So Alexander Arnold felt that we were already in control of the game. There was no need removing him. Let him just enjoy himself. And the fact that he did not play the pre-seasons as well, he felt like, okay, these matches are matches he could have used to warm himself up. But the coach had another plan. The coach is the person in charge, and then he looked at it from the different angle with experience, and it's not actually inserted in so thought about the match. And then here is what he said. Alexander Arnold did not play the pre-friendly matches, and he had played several matches last season, talking about the Premier League, every other league, and then couple with Euros as well. He did not really have much time to rest before the league started. So what he could do as a coach was to try to protect him, and that was what he was actually doing, not like removing Arnold because Arnold wasn't playing well. No, he was trying to protect Arnold, because if you look at it this season, we have a lot of matches. We are playing Champions League for that matter. If you don't protect Arnold now for a match that you've already won, when will you now protect him when he now gets injury? That will not make sense. So I think the best decision was what Arne Slot actually made. We'll remove it, protect these players that are doing well. They also removed Salah yesterday. We have Manchester United to play next week. We need our best players in that match, not them injured. It is normal for players to be angry when they are subbed off, especially first team players. Most of them feel like it's their better, but it's actually not. Now, apart from the fact that Arne Slot is trying to protect Alexander Arnold against our next match, you have to understand that we also have other players in various positions as well. Conor Bradley is a very good number two. He's a core defender. Although going forward for him, he still has a lot to learn from Arnold, but defensively is good. I think it is also proper that an Slot starts feeding him in matches like this so that he will be gaining experience. Anything can happen. And Alexander Arnold can have injury tomorrow. Now, we will definitely need someone to replace him for us. How did Arnold get his first team role at a tender age? It was because Klein was injured. Klein was our first choice number two that time. Alexander Arnold came in to replace Klein during his injury. When Klein came back, Arnold was already bossing that number two and he couldn't bench Arnold again. Arnold should understand that we have to be warming other players as well. This Conor Bradley and the rest, and they are the ones that will be playing the FA Cup and the Carling Cup in the early stages you get. So they have to be warmed as well. Not just they will just try and they not play feature in any match at all. You get. So squad rotation is very, very good if we want to protect the legs of our player and then to also save them from fatigue in the coming days. You get. So squad rotation is something that will definitely help in protecting them. Liverpool do not have large squad like every other team. You get. So it is best or protect the little ones that we have with any manner of formation that we can. If that match was maybe a 1-1 and then we removed Arnold, it would have made sense that he was angry in this manner. But then again, like I said, if I've played football before, you would definitely understand why Arnold was angry. You get. So that's it for him. Let's quickly look at a little bit of Arne Slot's pattern, not tactically. So let's just look at it from a footballing perspective without going details in depth. Now, the attacking and the defensive pattern of Arne Slot. What do you guys think about it? For me, 2 matches alone, I have already concluded that this man knows what he's doing. He's not someone that is guessing. He definitely has his own philosophy about football, and that is what he is inserting into the team right now. I thank God he has good players who can interpret what he has in his head into a football match, and it is already showing that this guy is definitely going to be someone to reckon with in the nearest future. I love his pattern of play. When the team are with the ball, you see the way they go or attack like full force. And then when they lost the ball, the shape actually changes as well. Everybody cover up as fast as possible. They don't even allow opponents to have breathing space. You get, like, they don't give opponents that chance to have breathing space. Alisson had a very good game yesterday, although he was called out to save um two big chances actually, which Alisson actually showed why he's being paid 140k weekly. He's a good goalkeeper, one of the best, if not the best in the world right now. But yesterday he wasn't troubled at all because of how the defense were so organized. I love the way Gravenberg actually covers up for Arnold whenever he goes forward. Like, it is just amazing how seamless this arrangement are. And it's not is actually a maestro when it comes to this, like defense with attack, attack with defense. Like how he does it, I don't know, but I do know definitely well that if you want to play in an slot pattern football, you have to be very, very physically fit and strong. And the boys are fit and strong to play the pattern. Jota and Nunes as a center forward. Now, I asked these questions a couple of days ago. Who are you going to pick as a center forward between Diogo Jota and Darwin Nunes? Who are you going to be having as our regular starter? Now, a lot of persons said Diogo Jota, Diogo Jota. A few said Darwin Nunes. But then I also posted the debate on our WhatsApp community. A lot of persons also preferred to have Diogo Jota starting for us. And then, of course, Diogo Jota started the match for us yesterday against Brentford. And then he did well, although he did not score any goal, but he definitely had shots on target, you get. And then, second half, Darwin Nunes came on. The same thing that people have been complaining actually happened, which is Darwin Nunes doesn't know how to keep off from offside. there was a ball that was played to him. Nunes was like 3 kilometers ahead in offside position again. My own thing now is that when will they learn? What are the coaching staff doing about him? So that Nunes lacks awareness. That is just one thing that he does not have right now. That awareness, how to be able to keep off from offside. Last season, if you check the offside statistics, it was the person that had the most offsides, and he have started again with just few minutes of game that he played yesterday. He already had one offside call. You get, so that is something the technical staff should work on. So it's not enough to just blame Darwin Nunes. That's why we have coaching staff, we have crew, and all. They should be able to work out the best from Darwin Nunes so that he will learn how to keep that lines, what he's learned before making one. Apart from that, Darwin Nunes on a normal day, I believe he's going to improve. You definitely become one of the best striker we've seen at Liverpool. It is my belief, and I hope that you also believe in this. Hey, that's the much you can take in this section. Please do make sure you hit the follow button right now. If you're watching from YouTube, look at the subscribe button right there. Please hit it and then click the thumbs up button there so that YouTube or Facebook can share my video to more people as well. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Au revoir.